Hey, what's up everybody? This is Victory with another Princess Connect video. So just recently we got some big news from Crunchyroll about free stuff that everyone is getting in March. We're getting a bunch of mana every day from the 4th to the 14th of March. We're also getting 10 gacha tickets each of those days and 300 stamina. Today in this video I just want to talk about what is the best way to use that 300 free stamina. So if you think about a gym stamina refresh, that's 120. And so 3 refreshes is 360. This is almost 3 refreshes worth of stamina every day. So if you're like me and you're doing 3 a day, then essentially you're getting 3 more. So you're saving either 120 or 180 gems a day, depending on how you look at it. If you're doing a lot of refreshes, still it's however much you spend on refreshes times 3. Or something like that. Anyway, the point is, it's a lot of stamina, and you may be wondering, what am I going to do with all that stamina? And so that's what we're going to go over today is what are some of the best ways, at least in my opinion, some of the best ways to use your extra stamina so that you can get the most mileage out of that free stuff. So really, when we're looking at this, there's kind of 2 schools of thought here, and I don't want to discount either one of them. The first one might be, okay, so right now I'm recharging 3 times a day and that's costing me 120 gems. I could just stop doing those 3 refreshes and use this 300 stamina instead. Okay, and that's perfectly fine. You know, if you don't really have any big projects you're working on, you know, you're okay with where you're at and you just kind of want those gems for the next banner, that's a perfectly fine line of thinking, and you could just do it that way and not change a thing about how you're spending your stamina, because you're essentially going to be getting the same stamina as usual, minus 60, but that usually doesn't make too big of a difference. Okay. The second school of thought, though, is, well, okay, right now I'm refreshing 3 times a day. Now I can refresh 6 times a day effectively by doing my normal refreshes and then using this 300 stamina. That way I can progress faster. That's what I want to talk about today, because that's what I plan to do. And the question really becomes, well, what do I do to get that fast progression? So I'm going to talk about the priorities here. And my assumption going into this is that you do not need this extra stamina to clear the Hatsune event. I would guess that most of us are pretty much done with that already. If you're not, then this is a great opportunity for you to do that. But I'm going to assume that you are for my priorities list. So first priority, I would say, is to use this stamina to get your girls to rank 8 and get them their 3 equipment slots filled at rank 8. So what you can do here is use their rank detail button to get an idea of what items you're going to need and then pre-farm it before you actually rank them up. Because what happens is, you know, if you've got all your equipment on and it's refined and everything, then you rank them up to 8, they're actually going to drop in performance a little bit until you can get the equipment back on them. So if you farm up what you need first and then rank them up and can immediately hit equip all and get them re-equipped, you're going to be in a much better spot where you don't see a power drop, especially if it's on a key unit that you use in everything. So, you know, when rank 8 first came out, there was some discussion about, well, you know, do we really want to bring everybody up to rank 8 right away, or do we want to leave some people at max refine rank 7 with all 6 pieces of gear? I would say in general, you know, there are some kind of corner cases where maybe you lose a little bit of TP or whatever, but in general, if you're using a girl, you want to get her to rank 8 and you want to get her 3 equipment as soon as possible. And you also want to think about refining that equipment, just like we were refining girls who had all their equipment at rank 7 before rank 8 was announced. So pretty much anyone that you use a lot, you're going to want to get them to rank 8 as soon as possible. You can use this 300 stamina to do that. And of course, the first step to doing that is to clear all of World 9 in the main quests so that you have all your farming spots open and you can get all of that gear. Basically, look at what your girls need and try to farm a spot that has 2 crucial pieces of gear that are going to go on 2 of your girls. I know for myself, the one I have the most of by far is like the Sun Sword. You know, a lot of the tanks and good support units use that. And so I'm looking at where can I farm a Sun Sword and something else that another girl can use. And then once that's done, then I'll move on to the next one and see if I want to change locations or just stay with the same location. But yeah, just you could use this 300 stamina to get a leg up on getting all of those rank 8 equipment farming done. And I think that's probably about the best thing you can do, because it really is a big power spike. Not as big as rank 6 to rank 7 is, but it still is pretty. I am seeing the difference. I'll put it this way. I am seeing the difference in arena. When I go in to fight somebody who has units at rank 8, I get destroyed, and I would not have lost at least that badly before if I wasn't so far behind on rank up equipment, because I've really been focusing on the event, and I don't really have anyone to rank 8 yet. I'm really starting to see that power differential when I go into arena and face other people. Okay, so that's the first priority, I would say, is getting your girls to rank 8. This 300 stamina is a perfect way to do that. And the mana that comes in every day as well is a great way to help you get all those equipments put on. Unfortunately, they're not giving us any experience potions, but that's for another day, I guess. The next thing I would look at for this 300 stamina is to farm extra hard shards. So I think pretty much all of us have the hard nodes that we farm every day for our key players. You can kind of see mine in the video here where I farm every day. But you might want to start picking up a couple that you don't normally do, because there are some girls who get really good later on. Ray is a great example of this. I think she has either 2 or 3 farming nodes in hard mode, and she's kind of bad right now, but at 6-star unique equipment, which is coming, within the next few years, she becomes very, very good. And so if you have some extra stamina to spend on her stages, and can get her started up now without hurting herself too bad in other areas, then you'll be ready when she gets that stuff and can immediately start using her and reaping the benefits of having a top tier DPS. So that's one example of a girl who gets good later that maybe you could farm in hard mode. Another one that you can look at is, some girls are not very good overall, but they shine in a certain area. And for example, Mimi is one that I don't normally farm, but she's good in clan battle. And honestly, I would like to do a lot better in the next clan battle than I did this time around. I think my average damage was fine for where I was at, but I could do a lot better by having a better selection of units that's specialized for clan battle. Mimi is one of those units where you don't need her for everything, but in clan battle she does a lot of good stuff, and I hadn't been focusing on her at all. In fact, I don't even have her. So even just having her and being able to use her in a team because she has some good support stuff that she can do, that's one that I'm going to be trying to farm that I don't normally with this 300 stamina. So those are the main 2 priorities that I would suggest to use this 300 stamina on. And I'll tell you, from what I can see of farming the rank 8 equipment, the drop rate is just not nearly as good as the rank 7 equipment was. Even though it's gold equipment and it's in the same category, technically, I just don't see the drop rates being as high in World 9 for that rank 8 equipment as it was in Worlds whatever for the equipment that you use to get to rank 7, and then the golds that you put on your girls while they're at rank 7. For whatever reason, it just seems to be a lower drop rate. So I think I'll be using a lot of stamina trying to get everyone up, and so this extra 300 is going to help a lot there. The last thing I wanted to talk about today, though, is the gacha tickets. And this is pretty simple stuff. Gacha tickets basically equal a certain amount of gems, equivalent to 1 gacha pull. So that's cool. It just helps us get closer to being able to spark a banner. But what I would say is, as you get these gacha tickets, save them up along with your gems and sort of count them towards your gem total, if you know what I mean. But when a banner comes that you want to pull on, use your gacha tickets first. It is my kind of recommendation. Use those first because, every now and then you're just going to get lucky and you're going to pull the unit on the banner right away. And if you're using your gacha tickets first, since they're singles instead of being in chunks of 10, if you get lucky early on, then you're done and you haven't wasted any resources. But if you use them at the end of the banner, then you're really not you're really not saving yourself anything. Where if you use 3 gacha tickets, let's say you use 3 gacha tickets or even 9 gacha tickets, and you get the guaranteed unit right away on the banner, you were able to get through that banner without using any gems whatsoever, where if you had done your first 10 pull, you would have used a 10 pull worth of gems. And so you can... I'm not saying that you're going to get the unit in your first few pulls, but if you do, you save more by using the gacha tickets early on than by using them at the end of your pulls. So I would say when you get to a banner you want to pull, it makes sense, at least in my head, the way the math works out, to use your gacha tickets first, and then once you're out of gacha tickets, start using gems. I guess the other thing I would say there is, because you're going to be doing 10 pulls with your gems every time, don't use your gacha tickets unless you have at least 10 of them. Use 10 of them until you don't have 10 more to use, and then move to gems and just save your gacha tickets kind of in bundles of 10 like that. That probably over-explained that a lot, but hopefully it makes sense. And yeah, I hope this video helped you with figuring out what to do with all that extra stamina. Enjoy all the free stuff, and have a great day. Thanks for watching. And as always, if you want to see more videos like this one, or if this one helped you, please do leave a like and a comment on the video. That helps me out a lot, and I do try to read every comment that I get, and at least give it a heart and a thumbs up. If you do ask a question, I try to answer those as best I can. And I want to say a big thank you to everybody, because we recently hit more than 100 subscribers, and my first video ever with more than 5,000 views. So thank you again so much. Have a great day.